Next, I'd like to ask Provost Ehab Rahman. So we received actually quite a number of questions from our students, some of them apprehensive about the move to online education. What will this mean? Are classes going to be given live, recorded at the same time, or are they going to be videos? And what about assessments? So if you could please address online instruction and what that will mean for our students.
Thank you, VP Dina. Before I start actually answering the questions, and because I know that there are so many questions on the minds of everyone, students, faculty, and staff, I will take the opportunity to address the faculty, students, and staff first. So let me say that I convey my sincere and heartfelt thanks to faculty who showed an incredible agility and resilience and adaptation to the situation that we're facing. All of them got the online training. They have been working this week while the students are on the spring break, non-stop to be able to prepare their courses to offer them online. I'm confident, as the president said, I'm confident that we will be able to go through that test for 2 weeks. And if it requires us to go beyond that, we will be ready to go for more weeks online as well. So to all my colleagues, faculty, thank you very much. And when faculty work, there are always so many people behind the scenes supporting them. They don't show in the picture, but without them, we will not be able to deliver the courses that we are delivering to our students, either face-to-face, by the way, when the students are on campus, or online, specifically online. So my thanks to our staff who showed also a great deal of dedication and hard work to support our faculty to be able to prepare their courses online. My last words, actually, before I answer the question, is to our students. The reason that we do everything now is mainly to make sure that the coming days are very educational to our students, that we save the spring semester for our students, and we offer the same quality of education that we promised to offer them. In doing so, I'm kindly asking our students also to show resilience, to show agility, and to show flexibility. Our faculty has changed their way of teaching, and it's now the turn of our students to change their way of learning. They have to adapt to the new way of learning. This is new to faculty and also new to students. So the flexibility and agility is very crucial from the students' side at that time. One last word to our students: please stay home, stay safe, and stay strong. Now to the question. The online courses, some of them will be live, some of them will be recorded. So there is no one size that fits all. And every faculty now knows exactly how he or she will deliver his or her courses. So some students will be exposed to faculty who will be calling the students to meet over Zoom so they can get the lecture done. Some students will find the materials recorded online on Blackboard and they read it on their own. Then the faculty will be available to them to answer questions, have sessions, have one-on-one meetings with them. So every faculty now knows exactly, and we have that documented, how he or she will deliver their courses. Assessments. We ask the faculty not to give any assessment that requires proctoring during those 2 weeks. But there are so many assessments that can be done during those 2 weeks. Assignments can be done during those 2 weeks. Essay can be written and submitted to the faculty online during those 2 weeks. Oral exam, one-on-one oral exam can be done during those 2 weeks. So assessment, all what we ask the faculty to do is not to give any exam or test that requires proctoring, because that cannot be done online. So I think all of our faculty are ready, and we will test. We will be collecting data also from students, faculty, and from Blackboard itself to enhance our operation as we go on when it comes to online teaching. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Abdel. So next I will ask it's a question addressed to the Provost. So someone was asking about the portions of courses that require physical presence. So specifically, two of our students asked about graduation projects, for example, for engineering majors, or types of coursework that would typically require someone to have a physical what will be happening in those cases. And since so I'm going to bundle with that another question, so I'll ask you two at once. The second question is in terms of attendance. So now that we're moving to online instruction, is attendance going to be taken, or what is the implication of online instruction on attendance?
Okay, let me answer the attendance question first, because that's easier one than the labs and projects. If the course is not offered synchronous, that means that the lecture is not given by the students at the same time of the class, but through Zoom, for example, then the attendance does not have any meaning here. The courses are on Blackboard. The students access those courses whenever they want. They study them, then they meet the faculty at a specific time to address questions and discuss the class that they taught. So the attendance here does not mean much. But if the course is offered synchronous, then faculty have the option to take attendance. However, we ask the faculty to be very flexible with attendance here and to make sure that they understand the situation that the students are in, and we will relax the attendance policy in that case. As for projects, graduation projects, labs that would require physical presence on campus, those something that we are still addressing, or students should be hearing from us on those course by course. I'm aware that some students have already heard from their faculty about specific labs and the specific courses that they will offer them also online. Some departments are still discussing that. As of I came from my office, actually from one of the discussions now, and the students will be hearing from the faculty very soon about that.
Thank you. Dr. Rahman, I'm going to come back to you with a question on the semester. So there's a question, if I'll bundle again and do two questions. I know I'm sort of doing 2 for 1 here. So the first question is, what happens to people who are students who are planning on going to a semester summer abroad? Do we anticipate do we know at this point what would happen? So the question is, if someone has been scheduled to go on a summer abroad, what is the advice you have for them? And the second question is commencement, a big one. Are there any plans in terms of the commencement ceremonies or what might happen to those cases?
So, okay. So as for the commencement, and as of today, the commencement is still on its scheduled day, and but that may change according to the situation. So the whole situation is still fluid, and we did not really make a solid decision about the commencement yet. As for the summer abroad, so also this is actually a tricky question, because it's not only EUC situation, it's also the country that the student is traveling to situation. So the student has to look at those situations, and he has to come up with, every student should go to the IPO, the International Program Office, to discuss his situation. And we are ready actually to move that semester for the next fall or so. I have already received the request from students who were traveling this semester, spring semester, to move their semester abroad to the fall, spring, and that's going to be approved. So I advise every student who has similar question about the summer abroad or even the fall abroad to come forward now, so we can look at his situation or her situation and decide on the way forward.
Thank you. Dr. Abdel, there's a question specifically on grading. So do we anticipate, the question from the student, the shift to online, the shift to assessments, will that necessarily affect grading, and if so, how?
Well, that should not affect the grading. The shift to online may require the shift in the assessment, but the new assessment should not really affect the grading, because the assessment will depend on other methodology other than just exams, face-to-face exams in classroom. That's why I don't expect that actually the new kind of assessment that will change any grading.
Thank you. The kind of final question here before we wrap up, Dr. Abdel, there's a question regarding what might happen. Is there a possibility that online courses would continue past past the 2 weeks? And when would we know that?
Okay. Of course, there is a possibility that we will continue to offer online learning beyond the 2 weeks. There is a possibility that we continue to offer online learning till the end of the semester. There is a possibility that we extend the semester. So there are so many scenarios there, and we are ready to take the scenarios when the trigger comes, and we will inform the community ahead of time by our decision then. So stay tuned, visit the website, read our emails. Rest assured that we are prepared to address that situation.
Thank you.